As you might have known, a while ago, this happened. Well, over a month ago. I spent all my energy at the time attempting to get unwiped. And it paid off. Today Ghost and I will explain the steps it took to get there. Before I get into it, I want to thank the staff members Pencil for taking the time to look deeper into my situation, and especially Centranos for having amazing communication with me throughout my ban, and for informing me more about how important the appeal team's decision is and how wipes work as a whole. Starting from square one, I logged on to see I was banned and told all my friends. Then people in Exotic Cafe began saying that there were others wiped such as Cryptstone and Optisol. So we created a group DM where we tried to figure out why we were banned and how we could get unwiped. Later that day a few people had appealed, so I decided to as well. I had pretty high hopes because I heard someone was already unwiped, but I was very naive to think that getting unwiped would be this easy. The next day I woke up to see that my appeal had been denied and that I was to wait out the rest of my punishment. This really made me upset as I basically knew it was going to be nearly impossible to get unwiped. I also talked to a lot of different people and not a single one thought I had a chance at getting unwiped. A few days passed after that and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video on it, so Ghost and I spent a few days making it. The video wasn't getting much attention, so after a day of its release, before I went to sleep, I made a forum post consisting of a modified version of the video script and the video itself. The forum post ended up getting a lot of attraction and it gathered over 2K views. This made me think that I had a better chance than I had ever had to get unwiped, but sadly later in the afternoon the next day, I saw that my forum post had been deleted. The reason? The appeal team's decision is final no matter what the circumstances. Well, I wasn't going to take it lightly, so I spent the next 2 days messaging admins and even YouTubers via Discord and the forums to try and prove my innocence. A few YouTubers responded, but due to the staff team's lack of transparency proving that I was in the wrong, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. At this point, I didn't have much left to do. And I wasn't really sure what to do next, so I made yet another forum post. This forum post contained the original forum post's information, but also for more explanation on my situation so it's easier to see what's happened. A recap of everything I had done up until that point. That day I went to bed as a nervous wreck and when I woke up my forum post was still there. The forum post had been getting a lot of attention and support, but I didn't want to raise my hopes up. After all, it had been 17 days since I was wiped and I didn't want to get upset again if it was deleted. The next morning, I saw that my forum post with almost 3K views was gone. The reason? I am not really sure actually, but I remember it was somewhere along the lines of the first termination message, but it had a little more detail, like, the appeal team's decision is final no matter the circumstances, you are to wait out the rest of your punishment. Around this time I started messaging the Game Master Centranos on the forums as I heard he was active and actually responds to players. One of the first things he said was, "Unfortunately this is something I cannot help you with as your appeal has been denied. I understand that you have put a lot of hard effort into your profile, but if your appeal has been denied, then sufficient evidence has been found that supports your account breaking network rules. I can't overrule the decision of the appeal nor look into your case further. I can assure you though that we look into each and every case to ensure all punishments are valid. There isn't anything I can do. Apologies." At first, I was a little tilted by this, but I later realized there is actually not much he can do at all. Only admins can actually overturn the appeal team's decision. The conversations I had with Centranos were painfully long and grueling, but it ended up informing me about certain things they can and can do with wipes, for example. Regarding our lack of transparency for not providing evidence, we don't like to leave users in the dark like this, but it is essential to maintain our moderation efforts. If we provided evidence and reasons for the specifics regarding bans, rule breakers could use this indicative content to see where they went wrong with hacking or boosting. They could see statistical limitations to various things to perfect their methods of rule breaking. Not providing this evidence prevents them from gaining significant insight into why they were caught. You could try and contact support at https://support.hypixel.net as the support team is comprised of only admins, but me contacting a staff member to investigate your case again will result in the same answer. This was a roadblock because I went to the Hypixel website and it said if your appeal was denied on the forums, that decision is final. Support cannot change their decision. After many more long conversations, I decided that I should contact someone else considering Centranos couldn't really do anything in his power to help me, so I made a private forum message with a Game Master, Admin Minikloon, Game Master Smower Zyft, Customer Support Detail, Admin Skyers, and Admin Pencil. When I checked my forum account the next day, I wasn't really surprised to see another one of these messages saying, "But I'm afraid if your appeal has been denied then that decision is final," and so on. At this point I didn't really care, considering I knew the Game Master couldn't do anything about it and is just doing his job anyway, so I just kept on waiting for a reply from the others. Oh, and yes, of course I had to write another essay in response to his message because I was mad and had nothing else to do, and also put in my 2 forum posts and YouTube video. To my amazement, later that afternoon I checked my forum account to see this. Hey! Thanks for your message. Your account has been unbanned. If there are any discrepancies with your profile not being restored properly, please do reach out again. We do apologize for any inconvenience caused by this, but we greatly appreciate the detailed information you have provided. Thank you for your time. When I saw this I left the call I was on with Ghostwire, and we joined our friends in another call and started screaming. I was so happy that all my work over the past 3 weeks had finally paid off, and I was able to play Skyblock and all of Hypixel again. If you are wondering what you should do if you are wiped, I would say the most important thing is to put a huge amount of effort into your ban appeal. As you can tell by now, if your appeal is denied it becomes considerably harder to get unbanned and unwiped. Make sure you have some idea of why you were wiped, and from there make sure you provide screenshots proving your legitimacy. For example, showing screenshots of your exotic trades or exotics you have had in the past if you think you were banned for a reason like that. If you are looking for a model to base your appeal off of, I would think our video does it pretty well, so here it is, in the top right corner now. If you have watched up until here, thanks, it really means the world to us. I would also like to thank again Centranos and Pencil, as well as Mouse_Odious, Tikan, Totally_Alex, Triop, and Quaglet. I am really grateful for all of your support. Ghost and I are planning to upload more now, so if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day. Peace.